Hi, this is Master Kevin Foong. In the year 2020, it's going to be the year of the Metal Rat. Do allow me to run through the 12 animal zodiac sign for you guys. Now, if you are born in the year of the rat, you are blessed with 2 fortune stars and 4 misfortune stars. Now, before I go through, just let me run through some of the stars with you so you will know what is a good strategy to ride through this year. First and foremost, you do have the general star. Now, the general star is one of the best stars in ancient times. Now, what this talks about is in this upcoming year, you'll be blessed with fortune and power. And of course, last but not least, this power that I'm talking about is going to give you more responsibility, whether in your work or in your businesses. So do ride on this general stars to make it to be a good year for you to try the higher positions that you're aiming for early on, that you don't dare to try, but this is the year to go ahead. Next, you do have the golden lock stars. Now, the golden lock stars technically suggest that you can use this for your career as well as for your businesses. What this actually does, it actually helps you to lock in very good relationship with your colleagues, with your bosses, as well as if you're in businesses, to have good partners to be on board to bring your business to the next level. Of course, last but not least, we still have some misfortune stars that I still want you guys to take care of. Now, first and foremost, you do have this stars that is called the hidden corp stars. Now, hidden corp stars always talks about traveling misfortune. So what this actually means is, if you are traveling this year, you will want to pay more attention to some of the dangerous activities, try not to do it. Probably if you're going to drive this year while traveling, maybe it's a good idea to get someone to be doing the driving for you, right? And of course, those dangerous stuff like bungee jumping, probably you can leave them out for your checklist for this year. Of course, next, you do have your sword age. Now, the sword age technically suggests that this year, you do things with a lot of confidence and courage. But at the same time, you must understand that some of this courage may give you misled confidence and you may kind of make a wrong decisions thereafter. So having said that, you also want to be careful of card and surgery prone, because you'll be more, put onto this kind of situation where you have to be really, really more careful about it. Third, you do have the Tai Sui stars. Now, for people that's born in the year of the rat, and this year is going to be the rat year. So naturally, we always, in Chinese, we call that Cong Tai Sui, right? So the Tai Sui stars is going to be sticking for you this year. It's just going to give you a little bit of challenges in terms of making your decisions, as well as some of things that you could be planning all the while to this date, they may not always go according to plan. So that's the number one rule, right? Kind of lower your expectation for a bit in that sense. If things don't really happen your way, always have a plan B, right? So of course, last but not least, we do have this last stars. It's called the Qing Tian. Now, Qing Tian is technically a negative stars, and it denotes that it will always face things like recreational and travel activities that's going to give you some misfortune or even some misplan. Now, this is nothing to be worried about. It just means that you always plan in advance and don't just leave things to the last minute. So I do hope that you enjoy this forecast for people that's born in the year of rat. Now, on the final note, I just thought I would just give you a little bit more advice when it comes to handling not just your zodiac sign for this year. Now, of course, every year, as far as the zodiac forecast that we are doing it, they are not going to affect you 100% in that fact, because in fact, the zodiac sign is only going to account for a small percentage of it. Now, what this actually means is, if your zodiac sign has prosperous stars, these are some of the years that you probably want to take more effort to move forward. You need to take action. It doesn't mean prosperous stars means you're just going to sit down on it and just going to strike a fortune. People just going to hand down money to you. On the contrary, in this kind of year where you have a lot of fortune stars that's coming your way, these are the year to go for expansion. Take out that job overseas or implement that dreams that you have not been implementing for a long time. But of course, on a side note, for some of you, if you have been saying, oh, there's so many inauspicious stars this year and think that this year is going to be all sucky, fret not. Let me just go a bit more in depth now. In fact, if you're going to talk about astrology, since you already subscribe to astrology in the first place, you do know that this is only breaks down to 12 animal sign. Now, to go a bit in depth, what you want to really find out is your date of birth and time, because technically it doesn't mean that, example, if we say that horse is not doing good this year because of clashes, and all the horse will be collapsing. People who born in the year of the horse will all die a horrible death. No, we don't mean that. What it actually also means is, for some of you out there, if you actually know your 八字in that sense, because your 八字 actually give you 100% perspective to know what you really want to implement this year. So I actually implore some of you to take more time to understand some of your 八字and make good decisions from there. Of course, I do have my good teams of instructors, and even myself, we are all ready to assist. For some of you, you want to open up your paths and know what is in line for 2020, feel free to let us know, and we will always be here to help you. Do allow me to take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2020 in the year of the Metal Rat. Cheers!